Yo, 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 what up? This your boy Ron Flip the Jump Man. I'm back with another Jump Man reaction video to the movie The Long Walk. You know, a lot of people have been waiting on this one, you know what I'm saying? So, let me just start off about the plot of the movie, you know what I'm saying? So, this story is based on a Stephen King novel, 1979, you know what I'm saying? It is set in a dystopian United States under a totalitarian region. You know what I'm saying? It's 50 teenage boys who are chosen by lottery, and they must participate in an annual walking contest. They must maintain a pace of at least 3 miles per hour, or they risk execution by the soldiers that are accompanying them. The contest only ends when a single walker remains alive and only given 3 warnings if they slow down, fall, whatever. They only get 3 warnings throughout the whole walk before being unalive. Tough. So I asked Google to provide a comprehensive view of the concept of dystopian United States. So Google said it's an essential to consider the various ways this idea is approached. In popular culture, it is frequent trope in fiction, but in political and social commentary, it is used to describe current trends, current events, and potential future outcomes. See, they put this shit right in your face, right in the fucking movie. They trying to tell you goddamn how shit may allegedly be in the future. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So dystopian portrays in fiction. Dystopian fiction is set in the United States, explore many anxieties by exaggerating negative social and political tendencies into a terrifying future reality. They be trying to put it in movies, what's going on, what's to come, what's their plans. They put things in the future. So don't think movies are just movies, you know what I'm saying? Some of them are, but a lot of them not. So, like I said, this story is by Stephen King, the famous book author. If you familiar with Stephen King, a lot of his horror, on books. A lot of his books turned into horror and scary films, you know what I'm saying? He dope. You know what I'm saying? So how long did this walk actually last? It lasts for several days with the winner, Garrett, you know what I'm saying? Walking for approximately 100 hours to complete the 350-mile plus journey across more than 300 miles of terrain in all types of weather. How does the walk end? The walk ends by the last person standing. The long walk continues until only one participant is left, like I already said. Pace and penalties. Walkers must maintain a specific pace, and any failure to do so results in a warning. 3 warnings lead to elimination. Unalive, that's the elimination. Usually by being shot. The goal, the purpose of the long walk is to be the final survivor, as the winner is rewarded with a prize of money and also a wish. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it was like 50 walkers, 50 teenage boys. And I'm going to just break down some how they got unalive during their walk. One died from a cramp. His leg cramped up on him. He couldn't go no more. Warning, warning. This is your last warning. Boom, unalive. Then one fell on his face because he was trying to swing and fight somebody, and they got into an argument, and he missed them. And so when he swung, his whole weight of his body just threw him, and he slid, and his whole face just slid on the pavement. He was kind of out after that. He couldn't get up. Warning. Warning 1. Warning 2. This is your last warning. Boom. Unalive. Another one got unalive by this man's stomach was messed up. He had to go. He had that BM. He had the shit. he was taking the shit too long. So, warning. This is your last warning. He died taking a shit, squatting on the road. Then 14 of them died back to back going up a steep hill because they couldn't maintain that pace. It was like the soldier just couldn't wait to unalive them. Boom, 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 boom. Warning. Boom, 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 boom. 14 of them died going up the hill. Crazy. This joint was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And another one got unalive because he tried to jump on the tank and climb on the tank and fell down. And when he fell down, he didn't get right up. And the tank rolled over his legs. So they unalived him because he wasn't gonna get back up anyway. He ain't had no legs, so he couldn't walk the long walk no more. So then another one, motherfucker just started hallucinating, just going crazy, doing crazy. So one got down, he just ran off naked and shit. You know what I'm saying? Try to run into the field because it was like they was going through like the country. Boom. Shot him from a distance. Then one was just like, man, he was done with this shit. He tried to unalive himself. But he didn't do it right. So he didn't do it right. So they finished him off. Boom. Then another one, I call him the $5 Indian. You know what I'm saying? He got real gangster with it though. He ran, took one of the soldiers' gun, unalived one of the soldiers. But what I didn't understand was while he had the rifle, he had time to unalive everybody else. So it wouldn't be no more long walk game. You know what I'm saying? So after he unalived that one, he just messed up, and they shot him a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And he just bled out, and he was doing his little tribal chant while he was leaning over, guts hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I call him the $5 Indian because y'all already know. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? They put a lot of the indoctrination of who they want us to think who are the Indians, but in actuality, the indigenous people of the Americas are the real Indians. You know what I'm saying? That copper tone color people, you know what I'm saying? That brown skin Indians, you know what I'm saying? That's us, you know what I'm saying? So I call him the $5 Indian, you know what I'm saying? So that was his character. And so another one, he had a real bad nosebleed. He couldn't keep going no more, man. It just ain't had no more energy for it. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, he was the one that was like, everybody felt some way about his death. You know what I'm saying? And when he was a little Asian guy. When he couldn't go no more, you know what I'm saying? He just said, I gave up, guys, and you know what I'm saying? They were like, no, you keep going, keep on. And then he just said, just don't, was he the one to say don't watch? I don't know. I can't remember if he was the one to say don't watch them unalive me. But everybody felt some kind of way about that jump. Then the third one that was left, he actually was the major that was in charge of the whole long walk. He was actually a son of his, but the reason why he entered the long walk just so he can face his father, because I think he said the father didn't even know that he was his son because he had so many sons. He just wanted to be there to see his father. Out of all the days of him having allergies and everything messing with him, he was like, this shit decided to kick me in my ass on this day of the long walk. And his health started messing with him, and he couldn't go along no more. Boom, they unalived him. You know what I'm saying? So it was only two people left. You know what I'm saying? It was a melanated, a dark-skinned melanated brother, you know what I'm saying? And he wore the tag 23, like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Then the other guy was a pale face, you know what I'm saying, Caucasian, and he wore the number 47. You know what I'm saying? I said in the beginning of the movie, I told my best friend, I said, look, I had a feeling that he's gonna be the winner because, let me see what time it is. I said he's gonna be the winner because I just felt it. And then when he gave his speech about I've been walking all my life. It's all I know how to do is walk. He really ain't had nothing to lose. Everybody had something to lose but him. You know what I'm saying? And with him being the winner, it also kind of symbolized us, indigenous peoples of America, rising again. Keep walking. Keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? That's all we know how to do is adapt through all the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? All the different shit. You know what I'm saying? While they got their foots on the back of our necks while we're the ones going through the most. Getting promoted as a certain way to the rest of the world in a bad way the most. Not having a lot like others. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes these movie directors and these script writers, they also try to give us, indigenous people of America, they also try to give us a message at the same time too. You know what I'm saying? So I asked ChatGPT before I move on to that. You know what I'm saying? So 23, like I said, was the melanated brother. You know what I'm saying? Jordan, keep going. And Chip, man, that's me. You know what I'm saying? And him and the Caucasian guy, they got real cool. You know what I'm saying? They got real buddy. They was like real friends. Everybody was like building this friendship bond. So it was like really hurting them that people was, you know, dropping off one by one within that group. You know what I'm saying? They like really was like looked at each other like friends. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, that guy that tried to unalive himself, you know what I'm saying? He ain't do that jump, right? He kept on poking himself with the spoon or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that was causing a lot of ruckus, picking with other people, and then he just couldn't take it no more when he had ended up getting another one unalive by mistake, but not on purpose. You know, like it was really bothering him, you know what I'm saying? And he felt like the whole group was against him, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, fast forward back to the two that was left. You know what I'm saying? They would, like I said, they became real close, whatever. I don't know how much symbolism it is in the number 47 and the number 23 other than Jordan, you know what I'm saying? We all know Jordan career and the fans of Jordan, you know what I'm saying? He always rose to the top no matter what. And he you know, they had the guy in the movies, 23, that represented the indigenous people of America, you know what I'm saying? So he ended up being a winner, and he ended up carrying on his buddy wish that he really wanted. And that wish was number 47. He wanted to he entered the long walk because he wanted to unalive the major, because the major came to his house a long time ago as a kid and unalive his dad in front of him and his mom, because his dad stood up and you know, and meant for something that kind of like went against like the army rules and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they wanted him to apologize and say some type of a pledge of allegiance, you know what I'm saying? He said, I would not do it, you know what I'm saying? And he unalived him right in front of his son, you know what I'm saying? So the son entered the long, got picked for the long walk, and his whole goal was to win, so his wish can be granted. And the wish was like, if they asked for like one of the soldiers' guns, they got to give it to him. And he said he was going to take that and unallow the major. So that's what he wanted to do. So when number 23 won, he basically finished off his friend Wish. He got the rifle and he unallied the major. You know what I'm saying? Basically, he ain't care about the prize no more, the money. You know what I'm saying? So look, I asked ChatGPT, there actually have been a few NBA players who wore the number 47 jersey over the years around the same year as Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And one of the most notable and probable player was Andriy Kurlenko. I don't even know if I'm saying this shit right, but it's Kirillenko. Andriy Kurlenko. He played a chunk of his career with the Utah Jazz in the 2000s, and was known for the jersey 47. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, sure thing. So Adrian Kirkland is actually, a Caucasian basketball player, but he's originally from Russia, and he was known for playing in the NBA, mostly with the Utah Jazz, like I said. So that was the scoop on him. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this 47, this number 23. I might don't know everything. I might don't put everything in this video, but other people will, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm just giving my 2 cents. But, so let's talk a bit about the numbers, you know what I'm saying? So they just straight up, there's really no deep historical etymology to the number 47 or 23, chat said. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll find in the dictionary for words, but culturally and in sports, 23 has a big rep because of Michael Jordan. People often think of this as a kind of iconic or even lucky number in the basketball. So as for 47, it is not as famous, but bottom line, no super deep etymology, but definitely some cool culture vibes around those numbers though. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? The Long Walk was a decent movie. I didn't think I was going to have to go on almost 20 minutes on the review, but if you want to see it, and you want to know how decent it is, I rate my movies from 1 to 5. And I'm going to give this motherfucker 5 popcorns. Peace. I'm out, Wadu. Jump, man.